friends, my name is Whit and this is my TBR for the Not Safe for Workathon. So the Not Safe for Workathon was created by my lovely friend Paige from Pages with Paige, and I am so thrilled to announce that I'm going to be a co-host for this round. And I cannot wait. I think this readathon is so much fun and the prompts are so incredible and so funny and smart. So I cannot wait to show you what I'm gonna read. So there are 10 prompts and they all correlate to like a not safe for work topic, and it's just so creative, the prompts that she has come up with this year. So I'm gonna go through and tell you what I'm planning on reading for all of these. Now, I am filming this very early. I'm filming this on the 19th of August because I'm just too excited to wait. But my TBR is subject to change because I'm not always the greatest at sticking to them. But this is what I'm planning on reading so far, and I'm really excited for all of these books. So prompt number 1 is G-Spot. Mood read a book that you think will hit the spot. For this one, I'm not going to pick one in advance because it is like a mood read pick. So I will just pick up whatever I'm feeling when the time comes to fulfill this one, which is always so fun. I love having like a little bit of freedom in a readathon. The second prompt is Orgasm, and that is to listen to an audiobook. So for this one, I think I'm going to go with the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. I have just listened to Clap When You Land, and I am in the middle of The Poet X, and I am absolutely in love with her audiobooks. She narrates all of them herself, and they're just so beautiful. She tells the story so well, and yeah, so I am very much in the mood to continue on with her books. I don't know too much about the synopsis of this one. I think it's about a girl in high school who is very passionate about cooking, and that's enough. Elizabeth Acevedo and cooking, I'm sold. The next prompt is Golden Shower. Read a book with gold on the cover. For this one, I picked The Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. This, like, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm gonna count this as gold, even though I think it's just like a darker yellow, but it's kind of gold. You know what? I'm gonna count it. This is also cheating a little bit because the Yellow Wallpaper is only about 30 pages of this. This is a collection of a lot of her short stories, and I'm gonna count that one as completing the prompt. However, I would like to get to some of her other stories as well if I have time next month. This is a story about a woman who's confined to her room by her husband for the sake of her health, and the pattern on the yellow wallpaper slowly drives her into insanity. What I've gathered from it is kind of like the topic of men not taking women's health seriously, and I'm just very intrigued. I know this has inspired like a lot of other books and movies and media, so I'm looking forward to reading this. The next prompt is 2 Girls, 1 Cup, and that is read a book recommended by 2+ people. For that prompt, I'm gonna go with The House of the Scorpion by Nancy Farmer. I have had this on my TBR for years. I think I got it from Book Outlet like 5 years ago, and my copy tragically is ripped, but that's okay, we still love her. And this, I mean, I feel like it got a lot of hype back in the day, and it also has a bunch of awards, so I'm going to count those as being recommended by people. And this comes very strongly recommended by my roommate. It was one of his favorites in like middle school, so, and he's been telling me to read this forever, so we are going to give this one a go this month. I think this is about cloning, and that's like honestly all I know about it. I know I'm giving such great synopsises, but you know, you didn't come here for the Goodreads page, so. Prompt number 5 is Popper. Read a relaxing book or a book that opens you up. And for this one, I'm going to go with the group book, which is A Girl Like Her by Talia Hilbert. This one I think is going to be a very fun, relaxing time because I always find like romances like this super easy to read, and I just have such a fun time. It's nothing, they're not usually anything too serious, and I always read like ebooks super quickly, so I think it'll just be like a nice little break from books with more serious topics. I'm not entirely sure what it's about, but I think it is just like a fun little smutty romance, so looking forward to get to that one. And the next prompt is Shooting Blanks, which is to randomly select a book from your TBR shelf. And I'm a little nervous about this one, So I'm going to be drawing one out of my TBR jar that I've made recently, which is this cute little fox, and I love her. This is very full, and I have some books in here that I am not really in the mood for, and I also have some giant books, so fingers crossed we will get a good one. Let me go to the middle. Okay, I've got one. This is the one. I got the house, I don't know if you can see that, but it is The House of the Scorpion by Nancy Farmer, which I just said I'm already gonna read, so let's pick a different one. This one. Okay, so we've got Up From Freedom by Wayne Grady. So Up From Freedom by Wayne Grady. This, I believe, is a Canadian book. Oh, it has beautiful deckled edges, by the way. And this was recommended to me by a friend. And the concept sounded very interesting to me. I did read like the first chapter or two when I first bought it, but then I kind of just got distracted by something else. And this is like a young man who lives on a plantation and his father owns slaves. And I think he is trying to get away from that, and he says he's never going to, but he takes a young girl who is enslaved by his father with him when he leaves. And I think the story is kind of just about how he thinks he's so much better than the people who do own slaves, but he is kind of treating them the same way that his family did. So that's kind of what I believe this is about, but once again, not great at describing books, so why do I have this channel? Okay, and the next prompt is Pussy. Read a book that has an animal on the cover. For this prompt, I'm very excited for the book I picked because I've been wanting to get to it for so long, and that is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I have owned this book for years. I think it was a gift for Christmas a couple years back. So I read the Grisha trilogy earlier this year because I wanted to read it before I get to this, because everyone says that this duology is so much better than that trilogy. And then I haven't picked this one up yet, and now's the time, and I'm very, very excited. Look how pretty this is, by the way. What the heck? I'm sure everybody has seen this. This is super popular on BookTube, and I am behind as usual. The next prompt is Lube. Read a book that's easy to glide through. I picked one that I bought very recently at a used book sale, and that is Half Broke Horses by Jeanette Walls. I picked this one because I read The Glass Castle earlier this year and absolutely loved it. I read it in a day and a half. It was so quick to fly through because I was so inspired by her, and her story was so sad, and I just thought it was so well written. It's a memoir, but it kind of reads like fiction. She is such an incredible writer, and it's just about her childhood. And this book, I believe, is also a nonfiction. I think it's a fictionalized account of nonfiction. It is the same story, or a story of her childhood told through her grandmother's eyes, but her grandmother didn't write it, if that makes sense. I think this one is going to be just as easy to get through. Her books are super short. I have another one of hers. I have The Silver Star as well, which I believe is a fiction novel, but this one, I just want more of her nonfiction right now, and I think this'll really hit the spot. And the next prompt is Jaffa Caking, which is read a book whilst eating a dessert or your favorite food. First of all, I did not know what Jaffa Caking was, and when I looked it up, I thought it was something entirely innocent until Paige told me otherwise, so this one is very interesting. But, okay, for this prompt, I thought I would pick another audiobook because there is a lot that I am planning on reading physically this month, and I have even more to add to this after this TBR goes up. So I wanted to pick another audiobook, and for that I decided to go with The Black Flamingo by Dean Atta. It's very short. I think it's about a 3-hour audiobook, so I will fly through this and I can have a nice little donut or something and it'll be a great time. This one is about a I believe it is about a mixed race boy who is coming to terms with his identity as a gay man, and he is doing so through drag, which sounds super interesting. It is own voices, and I've been only hearing good things about this, so cannot wait to listen to that audiobook. And the last prompt is clit. Read an underhyped book or one that was hard to find. Okay, so for this one, this is a book I do not want to read, I'm gonna be honest. And I'll explain to you why I'm reading it. And that is The Backup Plan by Cheryl Woods. So this is a mass market 2005 romance that has very yellow pages. The synopsis sounds extraordinarily boring. It sounds like the most basic, like, Caucasian rom-com you could possibly imagine. But this is a book I have to read because my roommate and I went to a used book sale and they had mystery bags that had like 5 or 6 books in them, and we decided that we were gonna buy one for like $5, and we were each going to pick books out of the bag to read and discuss. And there were some pretty awful choices, and this is one that I got stuck with. So this has to be read, so I thought I would just add it to the TBR. I think I don't have high expectations. This isn't on the TBR, but this is the other one that I have to read, and that is River God by Wilbur Smith, and it is massive. This one actually sounds pretty interesting though. I think it's about like Egyptian mythology, so hopefully this is like a hidden gem, and I absolutely love it. But she's massive, and this has to be read in September as well. So that is it for my Not Safe for Workathon TBR. This readathon is going to be so much fun. I can't wait to hear what everyone else is reading, and I can't wait to co-host the live show with Paige in sometime around the middle of the month probably. I will leave all the links below. I'll leave Paige and the Not Safe for Workathon Twitter and all the other co-hosts and everything, so you can check all that out and hopefully participate. Let me know what you're going to be reading. So thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye!